And what's your name?
I'm Officer Badger. Just like the animal.
Officer Badger?
Yep.
Man, it is a pleasure.
I just make sure you didn't drop anything.
Man, Badger, right?
Yeah.
Man,
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another episode of the Officer Badger Files. This is a series where I go back and review some of my own body camera footage, give you details that you might not have known about the incident, and a little bit of insight into what I was thinking at the time and how it is that I like to do police work. Alrighty, so the incident we're reviewing today occurred on January the 14th, 2021 at about 5 a.m. This is one of my favorite interactions I've ever posted on the channel, and it involves one of my favorite people that I've ever posted about. This is Ronald. Ronald is a homeless guy that hangs out on the west side and likes to use meth. When he uses meth, he's a very happy meth user. He likes to sing and dance around. This occurred about 5 in the morning, which is really close to shift change for the precincts to my left and right, and I was the only person on my precinct that was on this call. So everybody that I was on this call with was about to get off work. We had just cleared up a call about 2 streets over, and as we were all walking to our cruisers, basically saying goodnight for the shift, we heard some yelling and screaming a couple streets over. We had to go investigate, and when we did, this is what we found. Broad and Warren with some kind of 16 beer, some guy in 49A. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm tired, number one.
Okay.
Yeah, I stay at the Faith Mission.
Okay.
You know, man, and I'm just...
Why are you shouting?
I was shouting?
Yeah. You were like screaming and stuff in the middle of the parking lot there. Like dancing and waving your arms.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Is
that.
it because of the crack you're smoking?
No, I ain't smoke no crack.
Why do you have a crack pipe in your hand? Your other hand. Looks like a stem.
No stem, sir.
What is it?
Huh?
Are you snorting stuff with it then?
No.
Okay. Why do you have it?
Huh?
Why do you have it?
Oh.
You used to be cool with me. I'm being cool with you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna give you no hard way to go.
Okay.
Man.
I mean, I don't think you are. I think you're being pretty reasonable.
Yes, sir.
I'm just concerned about you. What did you use tonight, man?
Huh?
What did you use?
I smoked a little weed earlier.
Okay, so I don't know how well you can see it on the video. I know it's kind of dark in there, but as I'm talking to this guy, I can see that he's got something in his hand. It looked like a stem. We call it a stem, like a crack pipe. Crack pipes are called stems. And I assumed that he'd been smoking some crack, and that's why he was acting silly that way. When he goes, no stem, sir, that's when I realized it was a straw. The reason people on the street have these straws is because they use them to snort their drugs. And he was adamant that he had not used any crack, and that was true because I found out in a later interaction with him that he actually uses meth. And my best assumption is that he has the straw because he uses it to crumble up his meth and snort it. That's his preferred way of using this. And it's kind of funny, and during this part of the interaction, how it's hard to describe, but when people are intoxicated on these kind of substances, often their brain is like stuck in a loop. They try to say something and they can't, so it just takes them right back to where they started. And that's why he kept getting stuck in that loop on what he's looking at, what he's trying to do, what he's trying to get out of his mouth. And then my job is to recognize when they get stuck in that loop and they start coming back to the beginning, is to kind of break that cycle so we can get them to move on forward. So that's kind of the tactics that I was using at this part in the junction. And also I knew that he definitely had been using narcotics. Well, you're not doing this because of the weed. You did something else.
No, I said I smoked a little.
What else did you do?
Huh?
What else did you do?
Man, I smoke my little weed here and there.
Okay, why are you dancing and carry on out here?
Can I answer that honestly?
Yeah.
I go back to, let me see, how can I put it? I go back to when in 88,
Okay.
you know, in the 80s was a lot of dancing in my,
Sure.
you know.
Okay, well, that's not what you were doing, though.
Sir?
That's not what you were doing.
Well,
I mean, you look like you were tweaking out of your mind, but you seem pretty reasonable now.
yeah, man, I ain't
Okay.
trying to get y'all no hard way.
No, I don't think you are. Where do you stay, man?
Remember I was telling you.
Yeah, it's Faith Mission.
Faith
What are you
Mission,
doing out
man.
here?
Huh?
What are you doing out here on the west side?
Well, I got a brother
Mm-hmm.
that stays right up the street.
What road does he live on?
You know where Wayne is?
Uh-huh.
34.
Okay.
What?
North or south?
On
North.
that side. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What are you doing out here at like 5 in the morning?
You know, like I said, man, I get bored, and
I'd rather be inside a nice warm house at 34 North Wayne than being out here.
hey, can I answer that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the part where he's talking about how he has a brother that lives nearby, this is 100% true. And once again, he's kind of stuck in this loop where he's trying to explain to me why he can't stay at his brother's house. I have another interaction that occurred. I don't know if I have the date written down. Oh, on February the 8th, 2021. So about a month after this, where I actually responded to the brother's house. And turns out that Ronald, who lives in a homeless shelter, would get on a bus, go over to visit his brother. Everything would be going well. Unfortunately, his brother lives on the west side of Columbus, where drugs are very easy to find. So Ronald would walk out to the street, get some meth, use that meth, go back to his brother's house and be tweaking out of his mind. His brother would get mad, call the police, or just kick him out of the house. So this particular night, Ronald had been kicked out of his brother's house. And I actually have video from one of those encounters where I actually went to Ronald's brother's house and had to help him out that night.
Oh, get up out my house, man. Down with that.
Hey, dude.
My body, man. I ain't no explaining. Get up out my house, man. I am. Okay, bye. Go, I'm ready to close my door.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
Nah, I ain't on that. He do this
Hey.
every week, man. Come over here, get high out here in the street, and then come here, hollering and shit. I'm up here sleeping. He in my bathroom hollering. My brother.
Like,
He came out down here tonight. I'm up here in my room sleep. I wake up, this nigga in my bathroom hollering, doing drugs.
I've helped you out before, man. What's your name?
sir,
Me and
Yeah.
my wife. Right?
Ronald?
Okay, where's
Yeah, your
Supposed to be
car
at the
was
mission.
down at Broad and Hague that one night. Remember?
Yeah. Doing drugs, yeah.
I helped you out. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you
sir.
did.
Here, let's put your coat
Oh,
on.
okay. Can
Here.
I put it on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
All right.
man.
Go ahead and put that one on first.
No, I'm not going to this, man.
I'm sorry, brother.
You step out.
I said I'm sorry.
Hey, don't make this worse.
Huh?
Don't make this worse. Just stop talking.
Don't. Get him on my porch. Don't come back to my house.
Don't tell me what to do either.
Sir.
One thing about that clip that I do like to point out whenever possible is this is one of the very frustrating things that we deal with as police officers when dealing with family members of people who are either mentally ill or these family members of people who are intoxicated on narcotics. You know, we're always being criticized for not knowing how to de-escalate situations and not how to deal with these people. But the fact of the matter is, the reason we're called to these situations the majority of the time is because it's actually these individuals' family members that are escalating the situation that are not good at dealing with them. I completely understand that Ronald is using meth and he's getting himself in this situation, and it's very frustrating for his brother. But when we show up and we're trying to fix the problem for you, we don't need you to be yelling and screaming at these people, because we're trying to keep, maintain a de-escalated kind of stance on everything. And you got family members often that are actually trying to escalate the situation because they feel a lot more brave now that the police are there. This is what turns a lot of these kind of situations into bad situations. But nonetheless, let's get back to the video with Ronald where I ran into him back in January.
That's the part that
Are you not supposed to be there or something?
where?
At the house? Did they kick you out or something?
Hold on, I wanna be on the same page.
Yeah.
with
Well, you were telling me I asked you why you weren't there, and you said you're gonna be honest, and then you just kind of started rolling.
right.
So why aren't you there?
when you say why ain't I there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, like I said, trying to be on the same page.
Okay, I'm following you.
You know, you know, like I said, I ain't trying to give you no hard way to go, man.
No, I don't think you are.
You know,
So,
just one thing I'm happy about, man, is like I'm happy, number one, man, because like at let me see how can I put this, man. You know, at 50, and I'm just having my first kid, man.
oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Well, that took you a while. Congratulations. I mean, at least you were able to dodge that bullet for many years.
You know, I was
Having
like,
kids is hard.
it is, and the thing, man, I'm like, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't understand, you know, parenting,
Sure.
but I understand it better now.
Yeah, I think after 50 years you learn something. So what are you going to do now? Where are you going to go?
The buses is...
Are you trying to get back to the faith mission?
I can walk down there,
I can take you there if you'd like.
you know.
I'll give you a ride. It's not a problem.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Man, I really do like just I just like trying to be in my own
I understand that.
zone, man. You know, like I've you know, when it come to like
Getting around and stuff.
yeah, you know, and
most
now
people
they're charging. They're back to charging for the buses now.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so that threw
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll give you a ride for free.
everybody. I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was going to. I'm trying to answer
Mhm.
you. It feels good to be able to walk.
Sure.
Like I said, man, I
I don't think you need that straw anymore.
oh, can I throw it in the trash?
You just put it on the ground for all I care.
Throw it on the ground?
Yeah. All right, if you want to walk over that bucket, put it in that bucket.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it in that bucket. You're fine. You don't need to freak out, man. Huh? Yeah. Okay, what's your first
Yes,
name?
sir.
What's your first name again?
Ronald.
Ronald, what's your last name?
Last name Smith.
Ronald Smith?
Yes, sir.
You look familiar, but that's not who I thought you were. Well, Ronald, I'm a little bit concerned for your
Yes, sir.
well-being, okay?
Yes, sir.
I really want to make sure that you get home safe. And I
Mhm.
think the best way is for me to give you that ride.
And I respect that.
This part of the video is where we get into kind of the negotiating phase. Everything that happened up until now in this particular encounter was me arriving on scene, trying to decide if enforcement action is needed, if I even have to do anything. Because there's a lot of times when I'll roll up on someone that is kind of caught in a loop and they're acting a little out of sorts, they're intoxicated, they're high, and I can just kind of talk to them and I can bring them back down to kind of a normal place. I can make the determination that, oh, if I leave, this person's going to be completely okay. They use drugs all the time and they don't hurt anybody. It's not the end of the world. There's thousands of people out on the streets that are using drugs. You don't need to do something with every single one of them. But during the course of this conversation, I decided, you know what? Ronald isn't one of those people that I can just leave out here on the street. This isn't safe for him. It's not safe for the public. I need to get him somewhere. So this is the part where I start kind of coercing him into getting out of my car or getting into my car so I can give him a ride. And I'm being actually, when I watch this, I'm being quite forceful with the way I'm talking to this guy. I'm starting to make demands, but I'm doing it in a way that he doesn't feel like I'm being forceful. He doesn't feel like I'm making demands of him. because when I'm interacting with the public, I want them to have kind of the illusion that they're in control. I'm in control 100% of this interaction, but I want him to believe that he is in control, so that he just willingly hops in my car and I can give him a ride and we're not going to have any further problems. That's probably the biggest takeaway from this kind of incident, and the way I handle people who are, who need to go somewhere. I always have the authority to snatch onto them, handcuff them, and drag them someplace. But if I can avoid doing that, I will always do my best to avoid that. That's what's going on here. And then you'll get to see the rest of the interaction as I take him back to the shelter and drop him off. And that's going to be it for me today. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, so let's make that happen. No cuffs, no nothing. Just sit in this car. I'll give you a ride. Do me a favor. Go ahead and take your backpack off. I'm going to pat you down for weapons before I give you a ride, okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah, understood.
Yeah, just sit on the ground.
Sit it down to
Okay. Yes.
There you go. Just relax. Just
Yes,
relax.
sir. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna have you put your hands out, right
Out.
there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough officers around here. I'm not too worried about my safety.
Yes, sir. Ronald Smith. Ronald Lewis Smith. It's a
What do you got
pleasure to meet you
right
guys.
here? Just your lighters and stuff.
Yeah, my lighter. I just came
Okay.
out of the store.
Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put your bag in the back, and you're gonna sit in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you go. Let's go around the other side of my car here.
Which way?
This way, man.
Okay.
No, I think you're a good, honest guy, man. I'm not scared of you. We're gonna sit in the back seat.
Thank you, man.
You're
That
welcome.
feels good to
Slide
hear,
over.
to hear that. Let's step in.
Yeah, go ahead and just
Yes,
grab a
sir.
seat, just like a normal person would.
Yes, sir.
Because you are normal.
Yes,
now the
sir.
seat belts in my car work backwards, so reach into the center,
And
like and it
center.
snaps. It snaps right here.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's one right by your elbow. Now here,
Your left elbow, Ronald.
right here.
Oh, okay.
There
we
you go. And then buckle that right there for me.
All right.
The power-
Snap it in.
Yeah, just like a
All
normal
right.
buckle. It's just backwards.
There it is.
All right, man. What's the address there? Is it
It's 245.
what
Grant.
street? Grant Street, 245 Grant. Okay, man. We'll be there in like 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. Man, you are awesome.
I try. Well, I'm gonna grab your bag, and then I'll come let you out.
Yes, sir. Man. And what's your name?
I'm Officer Badger. Just like the
Officer
animal.
Badger.
Yep.
Man, it is a pleasure.
I just make sure you didn't drop anything.
Man, Badger, right?
Yeah.
Man, it's been it's okay if I.
Yeah, you can lean on the car. I do it all the time.
Man, it's been a pleasure, man. Like I
As long as
said,
it'll help you out, man.
and you, if I could give you an increase on your pay, man,
I appreciate that.
I would give you an increase that is priceless.
Yeah, you're a very nice guy, man. You know, all I want you to do is just be safe, take care of yourself, okay?
Yes,
You're
sir.
one of those. You take care of yourself. You have a good night.
What you know about that?
I've been out for a while, man.
Hey, man. Thank you.
All right, man. You be safe now.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.